Jai Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam. Jai Shri Prabhupada. Happy Narsimha Chaturdasi to everyone. सबको नरसिम्हा चतुर्दशी की बहुत बहुत बधाई. और we'll start with our prayers. So we'll do two special prayers before Katha. One is Ugram Narsingham prayer, and then there is very, very potent, very powerful Narsingh Kavach. So I will play the audio. For a minute or two, we will do Ugra Narsimha prayer, and then after we will recite Narsingh Kavacham using audio and video. Okay, so just give me a second. We'll start with the prayer now.
Okay, no rubber band. Rubber band answer.
Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Tam Sarvato Mukham
उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम् ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्
Hare Krishna. So now we will recite Narsingh Kavacham prayer. On the screen, there is a video, and you will also see the text of the prayer. So we all can recite along, and there will be audio also. So we can follow through the pronunciation also. Okay, so I will start the video now. नरसिंह कवचम।
श्री नरसिंह कवच स्तोत्रम। नरसिंह कवचम वक्ष्ये प्रह्लादेनोदितं पुरा सर्वरक्षाकरं पुण्यं सर्वोपद्रवनाशनं सर्वसम्पत्करं चैव स्वर्गमोक्षप्रदायकं ध्यात्वा नरसिंहं देवेशं हेमसिंहासनस्थितं विवृतास्यं त्रिनयनं शरदिन्दुसमप्रभं लक्ष्म्यालिङ्गितवामाङ्गं विभूतिभिरुपाश्रितं चतुर्भुजं कोमलाङ्गं स्वर्णकुण्डलशोभितं श्रियासुशोभितोरस्कं रत्नकेयूरमुद्रितं तप्तकाञ्चनसङ्काशं पीतनिर्मलवाससं इन्द्रादिसुरमौलिष्ठा स्फुरन्माणिक्यदीप्तिभिः विराजितपदद्वन्द्वं शङ्खचक्रादिहेतिभिः गरुत्मता च विनयात् स्तूयमानं मुदान्वितं स्वहृत्कमलसंवासं कृत्वा तु कवचं पठेत् नरसिंहो मे शिरः पातु लोकरक्षात्मसंभवः सर्वगोपीस्तम्भवासा फालं मे रक्षतु ध्वनिं नरसिंहो मे दृशः पातु सोमसूर्याग्निलोचनः स्मृतिं मे पातु नरहरि मुनिवर्यास्तुतिप्रियः नासा मे सिंहनासस्तु मुखं लक्ष्मीमुखप्रियः सर्वविद्यादिपः पातु नरसिंहो रसनां मम वक्त्रं पातु बिन्दुवदनः सदा प्रह्लादवन्दितः नरसिंहः पातु मे कण्ठं स्कन्दौ भूभरणान्तकृत् दिव्यास्त्रशोभितभुजो नरसिंहः पातु मे भुजौ करौ मे देववरदो नरसिंहः पातु सर्वतः हृदयं योगिसाध्यश्च निवासं पातु मे हरिः मध्यं पातु हिरण्याक्षा वक्षा कुक्षिविदारणः नाभिं मे पातु नरहरि स्वनाभि ब्रह्मसंस्तुतः ब्रह्माण्डकोटयः कट्यां यस्यासौ पातु मे कटिं गुह्यं मे पातु गुह्याणां मन्त्राणां गुह्यरूपदृक् ऊरू मनोभावः पातु जानुनी नररूपदृक् जङ्गे पातु धराभारा हर्ता यौसौर्णकेसरी सुरराज्यप्रदः पातु पादौ मे नरहरीश्वरः सहस्रशीर्षा पुरुषः पातु मे सर्वशस्तनुं महोग्रः पूर्वतः पातु महावीराग्रजोऽग्नितः महाविष्णुदक्षिणे तु महाज्वालस्तु नैरतौ पश्चिमे पातु सर्वेषु दिशि मे सर्वतोमुखः नरसिंहः पातु वायव्यां सौम्यां भीषणविग्रहः ईशान्यां पातु भद्रो मे सर्वमङ्गलदायकः संसारभयदः पातु मृत्योर्मृत्युर्नकेसरी इदं नरसिंहकवचं प्रह्लादमुखमण्डितं भक्तिमान् यः पठे नित्यं सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते पुत्रवान् धनवान् लोके दीर्घायुरुपजायते यं यं कामयते कामं तं तं प्राप्नोत्यसंशयम् सर्वत्र जयमाप्नोति सर्वत्र विजयी भवेत् भूम्यन्तरिक्षदिव्यानां ग्रहाणां विनिवारणं वृश्चिकोरगसम्भूता विशापहरणं परं ब्रह्मराक्षसयक्षाणां दूरोत्सारणकारणं भूर्जे वा तालपत्रे वा कवचं लिखितं शुभं करमूले धृतं येन सिद्धेयुः कर्मसिद्धयः देवासुरमनुष्येषु स्वं स्वमेव जयं लभेत् एकसन्ध्यं त्रिसन्ध्यं वा या पठे नियतो नरः सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्यं भुक्तिं मुक्तिं च विन्दति 32 सहस्राणि पट्टे चुद्धात्मभिर्निर्भिः कवचस्यास्य मन्त्रस्य मन्त्रसिद्धिः प्रजायते अनेन मन्त्रराजेण कृत्वा भस्माभिमन्त्रणम् तिलकं बिभ्रियाद्यस्तु तस्य ग्रहभयं हरेत् त्रिवारं जपमानस्तु दत्तं वार्याभिमन्त्र्य च प्राशयेद्यं नरं मन्त्रं नरसिंहध्यानमाचरेत् तस्य रोगाः प्रणश्यन्ति ये च सुकुक्षिसम्भवाः किमत्र बहुनोक्तेन नरसिंहः सदृशो भवेत् मनसा चिन्तितं यत्तु सतच्चाप्नोत्यसंशयम् गर्जन्तं गर्जयन्तं निजभुजपटलं स्फोटयन्तं हरन्तं दीपयन्तं तापयन्तं दिवि भुवि दिजितं क्षेपयन्तं क्षिपन्तं क्रन्दन्तं रोषयन्तं दिशि दिशि सततं संहरन्तं भरन्तं वीक्षन्तं घूर्णयन्तं करनिकरशतै दिव्यसिंहं नमामि इति श्रीब्रह्माण्डपुराणे प्रह्लादोक्तं श्रीनरसिंहकवचं सम्पूर्णम्। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्री नरसिंह कवच स्तोत्र।
So, Hare Krishna, welcome once again to today's Narsimha Chaturdasi special program. And we also welcome all the viewers and participants on Facebook and YouTube. So thank you for joining this evening. Very soon we will start Katha, the glories and pastimes of Lord Narsimha Dev and Prahlad Maharaj. So we are waiting for our speaker, His Grace Padmanabh das prabhu. And as soon as he joins, we will start the Katha. In the meantime, maybe we can take some darshan of. So yeah, actually, I also wanted to quickly read through a couple of slides about His Grace Janant Thakur, very, very glorified devotee in the movement of Srila Prabhupada. And I did send a very detailed email yesterday. Hope all of you got the chance to read it. If not, please look at the email and read it. Very, very inspiring story. Wonderful seva Prabhuji has done in the movement of Srila Prabhupada. So maybe while we are waiting for Katha to start, maybe we can take up maybe about 5 minutes to read through this slide. Anyone would like to read this first slide? This is about Shriman Jayanant Thakur, disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And actually he was the main energy behind when Srila Prabhupada started Rath Yatra in the Western countries. And he was all over the place when, to start Rath Yatras, and he was the main energy behind it. And of course, the blessings and the teaching of Srila Prabhupada were the catalyst. But without, Srila Prabhupada himself said, without Shriman Jayanant Thakur, we cannot think of Rath Yatra in the West. So if anyone would like to quickly read this slide and the next slide, then we can just, I think Prabhuji has also joined. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. His Grace Padmanabh das prabhu is here. Thank you so much for joining. And we were thinking to just read a couple of slides before we start today's Katha, if that is okay. Okay, anyone would like to read through this?
When he left his body,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's echoing.
Sorry, let me mute myself.
When he left his body on this day in 1977, Srila Prabhupada instructed that his disappearance day should be celebrated as that of a great Vaishnava. Observing the pastimes of such devotees greatly reaffirms one's faith in the process of bhakti. Shriman Jayananda Thakur left his body in full glory during the auspicious time of Brahma Muhurta on this day in 1977. Listening to a tape of his beloved spiritual master chanting in his ear, and with the Maha garland from Lord Jagannath cradling his neck and resting on his chest. Srila Prabhupada remarked that Jayananda's death is glorious, and instructed all the devotees from all over the world to commemorate the auspicious disappearance day of Shriman Jayananda Thakur, as we do for the other great Vaishnava saints in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. He also instructed that Shriman Jayananda Thakur's picture be placed in the Rath Yatra car of Lord Jagannath, and to this day a picture of the Vaishnava saint is always seen on Lord Jagannath's cart.
Thank you, Bhavya. So Hare Krishna once again. Welcome everyone to today's program. And we just recited Ugram Narsimha prayer, and Prabhuji is also here. So without any further delay, we will start today's Katha. So Prabhuji, whenever you're ready, we can start. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesa Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivash Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Shri Narsimha Bhagavan ki jai. Today is the appearance day of Shri Narsimha Dev Bhagavan. Today the Lord appeared to kill Hiranyakashipu, as the story goes. But really speaking, the Lord appeared to make the words of his devotee come true. The relationship between the Lord Sri Krishna and his devotees is such that they both compete to follow each other's instructions, or they both compete to make true whatever words come out of their mouth. Whatever Krishna has said is recorded in Srimad Bhagavatam, in various scriptures, Upanishads, and the devotees of the Lord always try to act in a way that however Krishna has instructed, they follow. And sometimes, if they appear that they are not following according to the scriptures, Krishna do make a point to somehow or other justify and also prove that his devotee always acts according to the scriptures. Similarly, Krishna also always acts according to the wish and the desire of his devotee. Sri Shyam Sundar, Sri Krishna, really appreciated Sri Prahlad Maharaj very much. And he really loved Prahlad Maharaj. The form of Narsingadev, this is something interesting to think about, that the form of Narsingadev, Prahlad Maharaj was not aware of this form till Lord Narsingadev appeared from the pillar. Before that, Prahlad Maharaj always worshipped the Syam Sundar Swarup, either Chaturbhuj Swarup or either Dvibhuj Swarup. Dvibhuj means two-armed form. Chaturbhuj means four-armed form. And he was also instructed while he was in the womb to worship these beautiful forms of Krishna or Bhagavan Vishnu. Sri Prahlad Maharaj first time saw this wonderful form of Narsingadev when he appeared from the pillar. But it never frightened him. It did not. Actually, it is very interesting to understand Prahlad Maharaj's mentality, how he used to look at the world and all the living entities in the world. But the question always comes to the mind कि भगवान प्रहलाद महाराज के किस बात पे इतना रीझ जाते थे वो? What was there in Prahlad Maharaj that made Nrsimhadev so much lovingly disposed, would force himself to make lovingly disposed towards Prahlad Maharaj? What was there? What did Prahlad Maharaj used to do? What was the quality in Prahlad Maharaj that attracted Lord Nrsimhadev? Sri Prahlad Maharaj once, his mother, dressed him very nicely, and he was supposed to go and see Hiranyakashipu Maharaj. So he went where Hiranyakashipu were sitting in his kingdom, in his court. Prahlad Maharaj went there, and Hiranyakashipu is quite tall, big. He's sitting on his Sihasan. Prahlad Maharaj climbs the steps, and Hiranyakashipu is very happy to see his son. Actually, Prahlad Maharaj is a devotee. Every time a person sees a devotee, they feel happiness in their heart, because whether they can decipher that happiness or not, that's another thing. But inside their heart, they always feel some happiness. A wave, when there is a lake and you throw a small stone in the lake, you see the ripples. Something like that happens in the heart of each and every living entity when they see a devotee. And the reason behind it is each and every living entity, Sri Krishna resides in their heart as Paramatma. So when a devotee comes in front of our eye, our eyes see, but our Paramatma, who's sitting in our heart, also sees the devotee. And Paramatma becomes very happy. Krishna becomes very happy. He is very joyous when he sees a devotee. So, and when Krishna is happy, each and every part of the body and the universe becomes happy. So when Krishna who's sitting in our heart, he becomes happy, the happiness comes out into that person who's looking at the devotee. Sometimes they may not feel the happiness. For example, there is something sweet in our food plate, but our food plate has a lot of hot stuff in it. And when we are eating hot, that sweet thing also comes in it. We feel a little sweetness, but it doesn't overwhelm you. So depending on how much, kadwa, bitterness or hotness we have filled up in ourselves, we might not be able to realize the pleasure, the ripples of bliss. But when we are in a very peaceful situation, and when a devotee comes up in front of us, we can experience that ripples of bliss. I'm pretty sure a lot of devotees on the call have experienced this thing, that when they meet a certain kind of devotee, the devotee attracts their heart and they feel the ripples of bliss forming. And that is because Krishna, who's sitting in each and every living entity's heart. So when Hiranyakashipu, obviously Prahlad Maharaj was his son, so he was very happy to see Prahlad Maharaj. But even as a devotee, Krishna, even though Hiranyakashipu is enemy of Sri Krishna, because Krishna had killed his brother, Hiranyaksha, Sri Krishna took the form of Sri Varahadev and killed his elder brother Hiranyaksha. So therefore Hiranyakashipu is very angry that I want to kill Vishnu, is my enemy number one. And anything which is dear to Vishnu, I'm against that. So he wants to, really make Sri Vishnu's life miserable. So he went and he did a lot of tapasya and everything, but still he loves his son. So when Prahlad Maharaj came to meet him, he took Prahlad Maharaj, put him on his lap, smelled his head, he gave him a nice hug. Actually, Srimad Bhagavatam says that Hiranyakashipu was so happy to see Prahlad Maharaj that he had tears in his eyes. and those tears were bathing Prahlad Maharaj's body. Agyat Sukruti. This is Agyat Sukruti happening by Hiranyakashipu towards Prahlad Maharaj, towards the servants of Lord Krishna. So he asks, my dear son Prahlad, you've been going to school for many days, but Hiranyakashipu's guru, the guru of Asur, the demons, is Shukracharya. Shukracharya used to have his Gurukul, and all the demon children used to go to that Gurukul for learning things. After Hiranyakashipu became the king, he had changed the syllabus a little bit in the school. And they were all being taught how to become bitter enemies of Lord Vishnu and how to worship Hiranyakashipu as God. So Sukracharya had been visiting, was away from the Gurukul because he was doing some tapascharya. So his children, his sons, Shand and Amark, they were running the school. And they were teaching Prahlad Maharaj. So when Prahlad Maharaj came, Hiranyakashipu asked, what did you learn? So what is the best thing you learned? Hiranyakashipu asked. So Prahlad Maharaj says, Aditham Uttamam. The best thing I have learned, my dear father, Aditham Uttamam, the best thing I have learned, my dear father, is Adha Tanmaye, is to do Adha Tanmaye very nicely. One should do the following. What? Iti pumsa arpita Vishnu bhaktis. Iti pumsa arpita Vishnu bhaktis chain navalakshana kriyate bhagavati. So he's saying, I think the best knowledge I have learned is completely discharging pumsa arpita towards Lord Vishnu. Bhaktis. Bhakti is translated as loving devotional service by Srila Prabhupada. So to have an exchange of loving devotional service with Bhagavan Vishnu, Navalakshana in 9 different forms, Kriyate Bhagavati, and it is clearly saying that Bhagavan Vishnu is the Supreme Lord and that pleases him very much. That 9 different forms of bhakti is, or devotional service, is what I have learned as the topmost knowledge. What are those 9 different forms? Sri Prahlad Maharaj says, Prahlad Vacha, Sravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Padasevanam, Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedam. Atmanivedanam. So Prahlad Maharaj says the 9-fold devotional service, or the 9 types of different devotional service, or 9 forms of loving exchange with Bhagavan Vishnu is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, and Atmanivedanam. So it starts with Shravanam. We are talking about why Sri Krishna liked Prahlad Maharaj so much. So we're trying to examine what was Prahlad Maharaj doing that really attracted Krishna's heart. So we are using this slok that Prahlad Maharaj spoke. Prahlad Maharaj is saying that by Shravanam, which is listening carefully, Kirtanam, by chanting the holy names, or by chanting the Leela, the pastimes of Sri Krishna, Vishnu Smaranam, and by remembering and thinking about whatever we heard, whatever we shravan, whatever we were able to hear from other devotees, whatever shravanam we did, thinking about it, Smaranam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, serving the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Pada Sevanam means not just serving the lotus feet, but by lotus feet, it is to be considered that serving Krishna in various ways. Whatever way Krishna likes to be served, one should serve. Padasevanam. Archanam. Archanam means wonderfully offering bhoga, putting chandan, making nice garlands, offering arati, and so on. Vandanam, offering obeisances. Danvat pranam, to offer danvat pranam. Whenever we see, we bow our head and we join our palms, and we do vandanam. Dasyam. Dasyam means to consider oneself to be eternal servant of Sri Krishna. Sakyam. And by Dasyam and Sakyam, by talking about the two, Prahlad Maharaj is indicating the remainder three also. The Santa Vatsalya and Madhurya. Dasyam means in the mode of servitorship. Sakyam means in the mode of friendship. In the mode of friendship, there is more love. When somebody is serving as a servant, after that person serves for a long time, he feels he has a right over his master. And sometimes we see that some servants, if the master wants to eat gulab jamun, they will say, sorry, I'm not giving you the gulab jamun because that's not good for your health. You have diabetes. So when this feeling of having a right over our master, the feeling of having the confidence of rebuking the master whenever it is needed, that is when added to the servitorship, it turns into sakyam. And similarly, as we serve, a lot of different qualities get added to a relationship towards the master, and that changes into vatsalya, madhurya, and so on. So these allergies are bothering. So by dasyam and sakyam, we have to consider other three different moods of devotional service too. And then atmanivedanam, offering oneself completely, whatever we have, at the lotus feet of Krishna. That is fully surrendering oneself towards lotus feet of Krishna. These are 9 different kinds of devotional service. And Prahlad, and it is written in the scriptures that even if one does one of these 9 properly, Sri Krishna Bhakti is guaranteed. Prahlad Maharaj was discharging almost all of them very nicely. But he was especially extremely favorable about Shravanam and Kirtanam. It is said that when Hiranyakashipu went to do tapascharya, Indradev, he attacked the kingdom of Hiranyakashipu. And Indradev, after looting the whole kingdom, he kidnapped Hiranyakashipu's wife Kayadu, and Kayadu was pregnant at that time. So Narad Muni, this katha comes in Sri Narsimha Purana, that Narad Muni comes to the kingdom of kingdom of Hiranyakashipu, and he stops Indradev from kidnapping Kayadu. And he says that, listen, Kayadu is pregnant, and there is a Mahabhagavat devotee, a very nice devotee of Krishna in her womb. So you should be very respectable to Kayadu, and you should not take her with you, and you should give her up to me. Narad Muni knew that Prahlad Maharaj in his previous life was a very dedicated devotee. The story, it comes also is quoted by Sri Sanatan Goswami Maharaj in Hari Bhakti Vilas. And Hari Bhakti Vilas kind of refers to Narsimha Puran when Sri Sanatan Goswami Maharaj is talking about Sri Prahlad Maharaj. And so the Prahlad Maharaj was the son of a Brahmin, and he was very, very devoted, but he was also devoted towards some sense enjoyment. but then he was also very devoted towards Sri Krishna. But because of his little bit shortcoming or his attraction towards sense enjoyment, he was not able to finally realize Krishna in his fullest. See, Krishna is always worried about his devotees, whether the devotee is at this level, or the devotee is at this level, or devotee is at this level. Krishna does not say that, oh, I'll only worry about devotees who are very dedicated to me. If a person wants to walk on the path of devotional service, Krishna totally starts orchestrating the life of that person, and he instructs his devotees to help that person in any way, shape, or form they can. So he had instructed Narad Muni to come and help Prahlad Maharaj, because he knew that from the previous life, Prahlad Maharaj is a very dedicated devotee. He's just missing some association, he's missing certain things. And if he can get those things, then his life will be fulfilled. And by the help of Krishna and Sri Narad Muni, in this lifetime, Prahlad Maharaj became so much fulfilled that he became one of the Mahabhagavats. So Prahlad Maharaj, he was saved by Narad Muni, and Narad Muni brought Kayadu to his ashram. And Narad Muni used to instruct Kayadu, but he was trying to instruct Prahlad Maharaj, who was sitting in the room. When Prahlad Maharaj used to listen what Narad Muni used to say, so he was first doing Sravanam. And after whatever he heard from Narad Muni, he used to keep thinking about and kept remembering and kept thinking about whatever Narad Muni instructed. Even after his birth, by Krishna's mercy, he was able to remember all the instructions of Narad Muni. But he used to constantly revisit them in his mind and keep thinking about all the instructions, and he would try to follow all the instructions Narad Muni gave him. Therefore, even in the age of 5 years, or even in the age younger than 5 years, Prahlad Maharaj was full of knowledge because he used to practice Smaranam. We need to make sure we keep some time for Smaranam. Just like when we eat food, we don't just swallow the food. Our parents used to teach us that you should chew the food properly. The Smaranam is sometimes also compared to chewing the food properly. Because whatever we hear, if we do Smaran, if we keep thinking about it, it becomes imprinted in our heart. I was just talking to somebody today, and that person was saying that when he was young and in India, one of his friends had a habit. Whatever new English word he would learn, he would use that English word for the next 3 days in almost any sentence he can. And that's how he learned the meaning of the English word. And even if there was no need, he would try to say some sentences which he can force that English word. But by doing that, I know some devotees who used to tell me that, oh, whatever I heard today, I came home and I narrated the same thing from the katha to my wife, to my father, to my mother. And by doing so, now I remember the whole katha properly. So this is called Smaranam. We are thinking about whatever we heard. We're thinking about the pastime. We're thinking about whatever was narrated. Prahlad Maharaj was very dedicated to Smaranam. We have to make time for Smaranam in our life. Chanting the holy name is also a good time to do Smaranam. While chanting the holy name, we slightly pronounce the holy name of the Lord. We hear the holy name of the Lord through our ears, and we think about the pastimes of Krishna, his beauty, etc., right? His qualities and so on. So Prahlad Maharaj used to do Smaranam, and that's how he remained his devotee, a staunch devotee of Krishna. His schoolmates used to ask Prahlad Maharaj, how do you know so much about Vishnu? We have never heard anything about Bhagavan Vishnu or Krishna. How do you know so much? So Prahlad Maharaj used to narrate how Narad Muni saved him, how Narad Muni instructed him. And Prahlad Maharaj spoke very beautifully. The school children used to love to hear Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, one day, the two brothers, his gurus, were out, Shanda and Omar, they were out of town. So all the boys, they were sitting in the class and they all surrounded Prahlad Maharaj. and they asked Prahlad Maharaj. I'm just trying to connect. We're still talking about why Lord Narsingadev or Sri Krishna or Vishnu liked Prahlad Maharaj so much. Why is Krishna so much disposed lovingly towards Prahlad Maharaj? So Prahlad Maharaj was sitting in his class, very young boy, and all the students were surrounding him. The teachers were gone for the day to do something. So the students said, Prahlad Maharaj, instruct us about something. Tell us whatever is in your heart. We like to hear from you. And so that they don't get disturbed, they close the door from inside. Prahlad Maharaj remembered whatever his Guru Sri Narad Muni had taught him. And he started describing Krishna from toe to head in very detailed way to his friends. On listening about Krishna's beauty and his ornaments and his shringar and everything, all his classmates had samadhi right away. They started, they closed their eyes and they could see the form of Krishna. So they all went in samadhi. There is pin drop silence, and they're all listening to Prahlad Maharaj. They're all thinking about how Prahlad Maharaj describes Shri Krishna, and now they are in their mind. They have formed a picture of Krishna, and actually Krishna appeared. It is said that Krishna appeared in their heart and mind by the mercy of Sri Prahlad Maharaj. The same time, his teachers came back, and they heard pin drop silence in the school. So they were very astonished as what's going on. So they went and tried to open the door, but it was locked from inside. So they looked from the window, and when they looked from the window, they saw that all the children are sitting as if they are all made out of wood. They're all meditating on the forms of the Lord. So they thought, my God, I need to go and complain to the king, because this is the right time for me to tell the king, see how Prahlad, we're not teaching him anything. See how he's poisoning the minds of other school children. So he goes there. So they go to complain. So when they complain to Hiranyakashipu says, okay, I will punish him. But in the meantime, while they were complaining, Prahlad Maharaj wakes up, he regains consciousness, and he starts doing the Sankirtan of the Lord, chanting the holy name of the Lord in a loud manner. As he started chanting the holy name of the Lord in loud manner, all the other children started waking up. It is as if the Chaitya Guru or Krishna sitting in his heart woke up Prahlad Maharaj and inspired him to do Kirtan. Prahlad Maharaj started doing Kirtan, all the children started doing Kirtan, and now they're all dancing along with Prahlad Maharaj. They have picked up whatever, some picked up a plate, some picked up a mridangam, some picked up a kartal, whatever they could find, they picked up, they started making noise and they started dancing and doing Kirtan. So one of the child opened the door and Prahlad Maharaj started wandering outside the school now. He's walking outside the school, and everybody is now, all the children of Prahlad Maharaj is chanting loudly and doing Nagar Sankirtan. They are chanting in the streets of the kingdom of Hiranyakashipu, loudly chanting. And when all the residents heard about this, they also started dancing and they also started chanting. Some of the envious people, they ran to Hiranyakashipu. Here Hiranyakashipu was listening the complaints from Shand and Amar, and meanwhile these people came running and they said, Maharaj, your son Prahlad, he is doing Kirtan in the street and he's chanting loudly the name of your enemy. Hiranyakashipu is not able to believe, but now he's thinking maybe true, because Shand and Amar are also complaining. So he sent some of his employees to check them out. When those employees went, they became attracted by the holy name and they started dancing along with Prahlad Maharaj. So king sent somebody else. Then he again sent somebody else. Whoever the Hiranyakashipu used to send, they never came back. They joined Prahlad Maharaj. Finally, Hiranyakashipu thought, let me go myself. Hiranyakashipu goes, and meanwhile, Prahlad Maharaj's party has become pretty big. And when Hiranyakashipu from far hears Prahlad Maharaj and his party chant and dance Krishna's name, and Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram, or Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and Hiranyakashipu's mind went out of control of Hiranyakashipu, And the mind started pushing Hiranyakashipu to start dancing on the tune of the holy name. I'm not sure about anybody else on the call, but I mean, I'm sure you would have experienced this. But this happens to me almost all the time. No matter where I am standing, anytime there is kirtan going on, my leg starts moving, my hand starts moving. One of my body part will definitely start moving in the rhythm, as if I'm possessed, right? As if somebody is hypnotizing me with that sound, something starts moving in my body. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of you would have also experienced the same thing. And whether you're in India or whether you're in your workplace or whether you're in a shop or wherever you are, even if you're in a car, you just start doing this on the steering wheel, or you start stomping your feet. Something, I mean, it possesses you, the holy name. Prahlad Maharaj was possessed by the holy name. Prahlad Maharaj has made the chanting of the holy name his life and soul. Hiranyakashipu, was so much attracted by Prahlad Maharaj chanting, his mind was forcing Hiranyakashipu to dance. It is said in Sri Bhaktamal that Hiranyakashipu ran away from that place. He ran away from that place. Meanwhile, the Kirtan party came nearby the palace. When the Kirtan party came nearby the palace, all the children became afraid of Hiranyakashipu and they ran away. And Prahlad Maharaj stopped the Kirtan and he went back to his house. The reason Krishna is very lovingly disposed toward Prahlad Maharaj is because Prahlad Maharaj had made the chanting of the holy name his life and soul. His life and soul. And a person who has made the chanting of the holy name his life and soul, the holy name that gets vibrated from his lotus mouth is able to attract everybody's heart, even Hiranyakashipu's heart. That is the power of chanting. That is why when we chant, when we sit down to chant our japa, we put Srila Prabhupada's tape along with our chanting. We chant along with Srila Prabhupada. We chant along with Srila Prabhupada. When we chant, we look at the beautiful pictures of Sri Krishna and Radharani. When we chant, we look at the holy name which is written on the wall. Seeing the holy name written on the wall is like taking darshan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The holy name is not different than the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj had made the chanting of the holy name his life and soul. And he heard that while he was in the womb through Narad Muni. Prahlad Maharaj was addicted to chanting of the holy name. He was addicted to listening of the pastimes of Sri Krishna. Unfortunately, Prahlad Maharaj used to live in such a place that it was very hard for him to get any association of devotee who would read or who would narrate the pastimes of the Lord to Prahlad Maharaj. Can we realize in what situation Prahlad Maharaj was living? We have such a situation that even while living in US, we have facility that we can associate with devotees with whom we can sit and listen to the pastimes. Listen to Srimad Bhagavatam, listen to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and other scriptures. The devotees, they kindly narrate all these pastimes and these scriptures to us. And we have tape recorders, we have this, we have that. Prahlad Maharaj's only ashray, his only mode was to keep remembering what Sri Narad Muni had told him while he was in the womb. Based on what he learned there. He was keeping it fresh every day. And he had made a conclusion from what Narad Muni had taught him. The chanting of the holy name is the topmost loving service for Sri Krishna. And he used to do the chanting of the holy name very, very lovingly. Sri Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj writes, there is a book, everybody knows there is a Ramcharitmanas written by Sri Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, but then there is books, other books like Dohavali, Vinay Patrika, Gitavali, Kavitavali, in which Sri Goswami Tulsidas Ji Maharaj writes about Lord Ramchandra, the different devotees of Lord Ramchandra, the glories of the holy name, and so on. And in Kavitavali, while glorifying the holy name and glorifying the devotees, Sri Goswami Ji, Sri Tulsidas Ji Maharaj glorifies Prahlad Maharaj's dedication to the holy name. He is writing, आरत पाल कृपाल जो रामू जेही सुमीरे तेही को तह टाड़े. आरत पाल कृपाल जो रामू जेही सुमीरे. Whoever sumire means think about, meditate upon, or chant the holy name of Lord Ram. Goswami Tulsidas is saying. What happens? And here he's using the word Ramu. He's not using the word Ram. The reason he's using the word Ramu is, you know how in India, when we have a servant, his name is, for example, his name is Ram, then we call him Ramu. Or we always shorten his name and we use his name in such a way, right? That his name is Jiva, then we call him Jivu. And if his name is Bhikhabhai, we call him Bhikhu. So similarly, Ram is known as Ramu. Ramu means the person who is calling Ram feels so much power or feels so much relationship or feels so much authority over the other person that he is willing to call him Ramu. Or Lord Ramchandra makes himself so much sold at the lotus feet of the person who is chanting his holy name that he becomes like a servant to that person, and he becomes like a very menial person who is always standing to fulfill all the desires of the person who is chanting his holy name. Aratapal Krupal jo. Sri Ramachandra is Krupalu. He's very merciful. And Aratapal, as soon as he sees that his devotee is in some kind of misery, he wants to right away eradicate the misery. What kind of devotees? Ramu jehi sumire tehi ko tah dhade. Whoever is constantly thinking about his holy name. Sri Ramchandra or Sri Krishna is constantly meditating on how I can serve this devotee. Naam Pratap Mahamahima Ankare kiye khotevu chotevu bade. And what is the effect of the holy name? Because of the effect of the holy name, Rama Pratap, Nama Pratap Mahamahima. Not just Mahima. Mahima means the glories. Mahamahima means topmost glories. What is that? Ankare kiye khotevu chotevu bade. Khotevu means people who are always lying. Or chotevu Chotevu means people who are of lowly qualities. Even when such people, when people who is always addicted to lying or people who is always addicted to the lower qualities of enjoyment, when those people chant the holy name, they become so much purified that they become big. Khotevu, chotevu, bade means all the deceitful people and all the lowly people, bade, they become elevated by the Ram, Nama, Nam, Pratap, Mahamahima. By the glories of the holy name, they become elevated just like Valmiki Maharaj. Sevaka ekate eka aneka bhaye. And Goswami Tulsidas is saying it's not just one person. There are so many servants of Lord Ramchandra like this. One better than the other. One better than the other. Who has surrendered to the holy name. Sevaka ekate eka aneka bhaye tulsi tihu tap natade. And all of them are under the protection of Lord Ramchandra. How? What is an example? Prema badho prahaladiko. Just like Prema badho prahaladiko, how Prahlad's love was ever increasing in his heart towards Lord Ramchandra or towards Lord Krishna, Jeen pahanate parameswarukade, who was able to extract Krishna out of stone. Jeen pahanate parameswarukade. He had so much faith in the holy name that he was able to extract Krishna from a stone. When Hiranyakasipu tried killing Prahlad Maharaj, so he took out his sword. Kadhi Kripan, Goswami Tulsidas says, Kadhi Kripan, Krupana kahu ki tu kal karal biloki na bhage. Hiranyakashipu takes out his sword and is ready to kill Prahlad. And he's saying, Prahlad, I'm going to kill you now. You need to either accept me as your God, or you have to tell me, where is your God Vishnu here to protect you? When he became ferocious, everybody in the court who were standing there thought Hiranyakashipu is Sakshat Yamraj, Sakshat Kal. Hiranyakashipu looked like personified death of Prahlad Maharaj. But when Prahlad Maharaj, Goswamiji says that when Prahlad Maharaj saw Hiranyakashipu, even though Hiranyakashipu on the outer side looked like death personified, Prahlad Maharaj used to see Krishna within Hiranyakashipu, and he was thinking that Krishna has now taken the form of death personified and is standing in front of me to kill me. That is how he was looking at Hiranyakashipu. And because of that, Prahlad Maharaj was not at all afraid. Not even this much Prahlad Maharaj was afraid of Hiranyakashipu standing, the most powerful person in the universe, standing in front of Prahlad Maharaj. And Hiranyakashipu is asking him, Ram kaha? Where is Ram? Where is Krishna? Where is Vishnu? And Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Sabat hau hai. He is everywhere. Then Hiranyakashipu is asking, everywhere, even in this pillar, Khambh mein. Ram kaha sab thau hai khambh mein, ha suni ha karnuk heri jage. So when he says, is he in this pillar? And Prahlad Maharaj says, ha. Goswamiji Tulsidas Maharaj says, as soon as Prahlad Maharaj says, ha, what happened? Suni ha karnuk hari jage. Suni ha, as soon as Prahlad Maharaj say ha, Lord Krishna appeared in that pillar as Lord Narsimha. Beri bidari bahe bikaral kahe Prahlad ke anurage priti patiti badi tulsi tapte sab pahan pujan lage. Beri bidari bahe bikaral. As soon as Lord Krishna appeared as Lord Narsimha, because why? Because Prahlad Maharaj says, yes, he is in the pillar. To make Prahlad Maharaj's word right, Krishna appeared from the pillar as Lord Narsimha. And he was so ferocious, very bikaral, very bidari. Beri means Hiranyakashipu, who is enemy of Prahlad Maharaj. For him, Narsimha was very ferocious, very bikaral. Kahe Prahlad hi ke anurage. But that Narsimha is looking lovingly towards Prahlad Maharaj. Priti pratiti badi tulsi. When Tulsidas Maharaj saw this love of Sri Narsimha for Prahlad Maharaj, he says, my love increased a lot. Tulsidas Maharaj says, on realizing the love of Lord Narsimha towards Prahlad Maharaj, that just because Prahlad Maharaj says that yes, he is in this pillar also, Krishna came out as Narsimha from the pillar, looking at the love that Krishna has for his devotees. Priti pratiti badi tulsi. Tulsidas Maharaj says that my faith in bhakti, my faith in loving devotional service towards Krishna, towards Lord Ramchandra, increased manifolds. Tabde sab pahan pujan lage. And from that day on, Tulsidas Maharaj says, everybody started worshipping stones, because out of the stones, Lord Krishna came out for Prahlad Maharaj. So, at one other place, Sri Tulsidas Maharaj says, Antar jami hute, bade bahar jami hai Ram, je naam liyate. Sri Ram is not visible to everybody. He is antarjami. He is away from our eyes. But that invisible Ram, bade bahar jami, he became visible. And what is the process of making him visible? Je naam liyate. One, whoever chants the holy name makes him visible. Or Sri Prahlad Maharaj chanted or had full faith on the holy name. And based on the full faith of holy name, he said, yes, Krishna is in that pillar also. Because of being sold to Prahlad Maharaj because Prahlad Maharaj was in love with the holy name of Sri Krishna. Dhavat denhu penhai lavai jo. Sri Narsimha came just like when a cow has a calf, a very young calf, and if somebody takes that calf away from the cow and starts walking, or if that calf is taken away and that calf is crying, the mother cow will come running and charging to protect its calf. Similarly, Sri Narsimha came charging to protect his Prahlad Maharaj because Je Naam Liyate, Prahlad Maharaj had full faith on the holy name. He was doing Sravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam very faithfully. Dhavat Denhu Penhai Lavai Jo Balak Bolani Kaan Kiyate. Prahlad Maharaj was only 5 years old, 6 years old. He did not know how to read prayers from the scriptures. He did not know how to form beautiful, eloquent prayers. He only knew the names of the holy name. Properly, he was not even able to utter the name very properly. But, however, that small child was able to utter the name, Krishna accepted. Apni buji kahe tulsi, balaka bolani kaan kiyate. He says when small children speak, they may not be able to speak very clearly. But just like a mother can understand what her child is saying, Apni buji kahe tulsi, Sri Narsimha, Sri Krishna also understood what Prahlad Maharaj was trying to communicate, and he came out of the pillar right away. Kahi beki na bavri baat biyete, पेज परे प्रहलादु को प्रकटे प्रभु पहनते न हियते. So just like Lord Ramchandra, by touching the dust from his lotus feet, extracted Mother Ahalya made Mother Ahalya appear from the stone, Prahlad Maharaj, very similarly, by the power of his chanting of the holy name, made Lord Narsimha appear from the pillar. So that is why Krishna used to love Prahlad Maharaj, because Krishna is always very lovingly disposed towards the devotees or towards any living entity who performs one of the 9 devotional service faithfully. What to talk about faithfully? In Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, Sanketyam parihasyam va, stobhanam helanam evapa, Vaikutham nama grahani, Vaikuta nama grahanam, asesaya haram vidhu. If somebody, sanketyam parihasyamba, somebody is by sanket means just like assigning, by saying Ram, 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 Ram. It's sometimes, a lot of times if somebody comes towards you and you don't want that person to come towards you, you don't want to speak to the person, you say Ram, 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 Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So even as a sanket, not uttering the holy name with love, just as a sanket if somebody utters the holy name. Or what to talk about sanket? Parihasyamba, by making fun if somebody chants the holy name. Stobhanam, while just not by love, but somebody just likes to sing. And while singing, the holy name is uttered while singing. So even as a musical entertainment, somebody chants the holy name. Helanam evava, and helanam means neglectfully. If somebody chants the holy name, somebody says, "What a whole day you are doing Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. That is so bad. Don't do it. Stop it." Srila Prabhupada was once in London, and there was some event that the devotees did, and the next day in the paper it was printed that the Hare Krishnas are something something. It was not a nice article, not a favorable article. It was like unfavorable article. So Srila Prabhupada became very ecstatic on reading the article. He started asking for the circulation of the paper. And the devotees were saying, Prabhupada, why are you so happy? This person has written an unfavorable, has written against us in this paper. Prabhupada says he may have written against us, but he has written the name Krishna in the paper. How many people will read the name Krishna? No matter how, if a person reads the name Krishna, he will benefit. Even Helanam Evava. Vaikuntham Namagrahanam. If somehow somebody takes the name of Sri Krishna, the Lord of the Vaikunth, what happened? Asesa Haga Haram Viduhu. All his remaining agha, sinful reactions are taken away. So what to talk? If somebody is chanting in an adverse way, Krishna accepts that. What to talk about somebody who takes his name favorably? Krishna says, I sell myself away to that person. That person completely owns me, and I am free to be used as that person wants to use me. Which person? The one who chants the holy name of Krishna. What to talk about one who chants the holy name of Krishna very lovingly? You know, when Prahlad Maharaj was drowned by Hiranyakashipu once, Prahlad Maharaj was drowned in the ocean. He was tied and then thrown into the ocean. The ocean personified came and he saved Prahlad Maharaj. And then Lord Vishnu appeared in front of Prahlad Maharaj. And he said that, ask me for some boons. So Prahlad Maharaj says that, if you want to give me something, just give me that I don't desire anything. And Krishna says, what you are asking, Prahlad Maharaj? I am so much happy the way you chant my holy name, the way you discharge loving devotional service towards me. I'm so much attracted by your love towards the holy name that I want to give myself away to you. And you're asking for small things like, I don't want to desire anything material. That's all small. I want to give myself to you. Ask me something else. I want to give you something. That is how much Krishna was lovingly disposed towards Prahlad Maharaj. Actually, it is written that Krishna was so much disposed lovingly towards Prahlad Maharaj that in Narsimha Purana it is written, Narsimhadev says, after killing Hiranyakashipu, when Prahlad Maharaj came to pacify Narsimhadev, and Narsimhadev was sitting on Hiranyakashipu's throne, and actually Narsimhadev wanted to establish Prahlad Maharaj as the king, next king, but he wanted to make sure that Prahlad Maharaj is going to sit on the throne of Hiranyakashipu. Since Hiranyakashipu had sat on the throne had become impure, or had the impure qualities of Hiranyakashipu. Therefore, the devotee should not take into use anything which is used by materialistic people or by people who are so much disposed towards sense gratification. Because whatever things they have used, if we touch those things, the tendency to enjoy sense gratification that comes into us also. I have heard this from few devotees. I have not read this in any scripture, but it is said that Parikshit Maharaj, when he went and he put the dead snake in the neck of the Shamik Rishi, the only reason he did that was Parikshit Maharaj that day, before going out into the forest, on his head he put on a crown which was used by Jarasandha. Jarasandha, when Pandavas won over Jarasandha, so whenever they win over any king, they would take their crown and they would store them as a victory trophy. So Parikshit Maharaj was once looking at the crown and he saw Jarasandha's crown and he put that crown on his head. Because Jarasandha's crown was in constant touch of Jarasandha, his impure qualities entered into the crown. And when Parikshit Maharaj wore, he was impacted, and therefore his mati, his intelligence got impure, and he insulted the saint like this. So similarly, the throne where Hiranyakashipu used to sit, Narsimhadev did not want his Prahlad to sit over there. So therefore, he sat on the throne to sanctify the throne. He made Prahlad Maharaj sit in his lap. He started, just like a lion, when a lion loves the cub, the lion licks the cub. He started licking Prahlad Maharaj with his tongue, and he started, massaging his head and hair and hugging Prahlad Maharaj's head and hair through his hands, and he was hugging Prahlad Maharaj and so on. close to his chest, and he was crying that he was still feeling unsatisfied. He was feeling something is missing. So then finally, Hiranyakashipu, Sri Narsingadev said this to Prahlad Maharaj. Kvedam vapuhu kvachovayaha sukumar metata kvemaha pramat krut daruna yatnaste nalokitam visamamet adbhut purva santavya ang yadime samaye vilambe. Hey Prahlad, Kveda vapuhu, you have such a soft body. Kvachavayaha, you are such a young boy, very small boy. Sukumar tet kvema. Pramat krut darunayatnaste. Darun means very, very dangerous. You went through so much yatna, so much difficulty through your father. Nalokitam, I failed. Even though Krishna was saving him, Krishna is here saying, I failed you, Prahlad. I failed you. Santavya yanga yadime samaye vilamba. I feel that I came too late to protect you. Please excuse my offense towards your feet, Prahlad. It is written, Bole Prabhu Pyare, Priya Komal Tihare Ang, Asur ne mare mama naam ek gane mein. Hey Prahlad, you were chanting my holy name. And because you were chanting my holy name, Prabhu bole pyare priya komal tihare ang asur ne mare. Hey Prahlad, your soft body was tortured by these demons because you were chanting my holy name. Girite giraye, you were thrown from tall mountains. Puni jal mein dubave, you were immersed in ocean with your hands tied. Hai agni mein jalaye. Oh, hi, what can I say? You were burnt, you were put in flames, in fire. Kami rakhi na satane mein. They did not hold back harassing you. Why? Because you were chanting my holy name, Prahlad. Ud se lagaye laptaye kahe bar bar karuna sarup. Saying that Narsingadev, ud se lagaye laptaye, he held Prahlad Maharaj to his chest and he bar laptaye, again and again. He is clasping him very tightly against his chest. Bar karuna sarup bane, karuna dikhane mein, and with tears flowing from the eyes of Narsingadev. He is saying, Manjul Mukharvind chumi chumi kahe. Narsingadev, Manjul Mukharvind, the small Mukharvind, beautiful Mukharvind of Prahlad Maharaj. Narsingadev is kissing again and again and again, and he is saying, Prabhu Kshama karo putra mohi der bhayi aane mein. My dear son, please forgive me. It was too late. I was very late in coming to help you. This is what happens when somebody chants the holy name in a loving way. Prahlad Maharaj has so much faith in chanting of the holy name. He purchased Krishna, or Krishna himself sold to Prahlad Maharaj, and he's asking forgiveness. I sincerely request you to go through all other pastimes you can find in Srimad Bhagavatam. In all other places, you might not find many examples where Krishna is crying again and again, clasping his devotee against his heart, kissing him, and is saying, my Prabhu, my son, please, forgive me for coming late. This is the special Vatsalya. This is the special love that Narsingadev showered towards Prahlad Maharaj. And the reason he showered this love towards Prahlad Maharaj is because Prahlad Maharaj was in love. Prahlad Maharaj ek naam lene mein. Prahlad Maharaj was faithful towards chanting of the holy name. So we may ask, and I'm sorry, it's already 9 o'clock. I don't want to stretch this any further. But we may ask, so what's so big deal about chanting of the holy name? Krishna in this Kali Yuga, or not only in this Kali Yuga, in every Yuga, Krishna is present, personified as his holy name. The holy name is non-different than Krishna himself. Just like when we bathe the Vigraha Swarup or the deity of Krishna with Panchamrit, just like we put Sringar, garlands and everything, that is called the service of Krishna in the deity form. Similarly, when we chant the holy name, that is the service to Krishna in the form of holy name. Just like we bathe with Panchamrit, this picture, just like we bathe Krishna with Panchamrit, that is how we serve Krishna, who has appeared in the Vigraha Swarup or deity form. Similarly, when Krishna appears as his holy name, the way we serve him is by chanting, by uttering the holy name, either using the Japamala or chanting loudly with musical instruments, or by inspiring other people to chant the holy name. This is how we serve the holy name. And therefore, it is non-different than serving Krishna with Panchamrit Abhishek or doing Arti and so on. It's very similar to us chanting the holy name. Therefore, any one of the Navda Bhakti, Prahlad Maharaj used to do Sravan and Kirtan very lovingly. He used to lovingly serve Krishna in his personified form of holy name. And therefore, Krishna sold himself to Prahlad Maharaj. So, I sincerely request myself and all the devotees that we should all work together, inspire each other, help each other to chant and serve the holy name by congregationally coming together and chanting together, and to chant the japa together, right? Inspiring each other to chant, inspiring each other to focus on the holy name. Let us all, we all have, on average, half of our life is gone. And for me, probably 75% of my life is gone. And out of the 25 remaining, I'll spend another 50% of that sleeping, doing other nonsense, working. 80% of that I'll still waste. But whatever little we have remaining, in that little, just like, if you're enemy with somebody, but then when you hear that that person is dying and you go into the hospital, he's on the deathbed, he's going to die anytime, suddenly all the enmity is gone, right? And you nicely talk to that person. We are all in the same situation. No matter what enmity we have with each other, we are all on a deathbed. Don't know when it's going to come. Very little time is left. Let us help each other to lovingly chant the holy name, to remind us of the holy name, to remind us to chant together, to savor the pastime, taste the beauty of the pastime, taste the nectar of Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhaktamal, so many scriptures together, lovingly. We spent so many years to fight. Let's experiment now. That just like consider everybody here, that only few little times left. Considering that, let's all lovingly work with each other to attract Krishna's heart. This is the easiest way. Panchamrit Snan, garland, abhishek, it's all very tough compared to chanting the holy name. Simplest thing we can do is chanting the holy name. Just chanting the holy name. Simplest thing we can do. And therefore it is made the Yug Dharma of Kali Yuga. So Chaitanya, and we are also lucky that by Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we are following Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya. And today is Lord Narsimha's appearance day. Let us all pray to the lotus feet of Lord Narsimha that your Bhakti Vigra Vinashak, you remove the obstacles from the path of Bhakti. Please, let us very honestly, at his lotus feet, say, everybody knows what obstacles they have. Just let us present those obstacles in front of Narsimha and say, please, remove all these obstacles. And remove obstacles that my other brothers and sisters and other devotees here who have. And please inspire them and inspire me to chant the holy name in a very loving, faithful way. Because when they will be inspired, they will inspire me. And sometimes jokingly, we say ki, Hey Bhagwan, sabka bhala karo, sabse pehle mera bhala karo, or something like that, Suruat mujhse karo, or something like that. But here we say that, Krishna, Please remove obstacles from each and every devotee's heart and also from my heart, and enable us to come together to chant the holy name, just like Prahlad Maharaj used to chant. A small 5-year young boy used to chant. And Prahlad Maharaj had no association. He was only alone, right? He had no association. Here we have so much. But sometimes what we have, we don't care for. We only realize that when we don't have any. Ask me, when I came to live in Harrisburg, no devotees. I lived like that for 5 years. Very hard, right? And especially I come from Chicago and New Jersey. Nice big temples, a lot of devotees, a lot of programs, and suddenly now you come to a place, no devotee, no program, nothing. So, and that was just temporary. I could go to Gita Nagari every weekend, and I used to do that. But for Prahlad Maharaj, there was no Gita Nagari. There was nothing. And he kept himself inspired by Smaranam. Similarly, we have so many people around us, devotees. Let us value what we have around us and work together and create a nice, envious-free, enmity-free Krishna consciousness environment and chant together, do Sankirtan together, and I'm pretty sure it'll attract Krishna's heart just like it attracted Narsimha Dev's heart. Hare Krishna. Sorry for going over 10 more minutes, but I hope you'll forgive me for that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. As always, you could keep on go for another hour, and I'm sure devotees will love to hear you. Thank you so much for this katha full of nectar, so much instructions, so much. I mean, we read these pastimes, we hear these pastimes, but again today, the way you reminded us what are the qualities that attracted Lord Narsimha Dev towards Prahlad Maharaj. Beautiful, beautiful. And especially the reminder, the wake-up call that chanting of the names of Krishna is the foundation of everything, and then we can relish these pastimes even more when we are chanting nicely and doing Sankirtan nicely. So thank you so much once again. I'm always short of words, as you know, to thank you and have the gratitude for you. But thank you, all the devotees. Maybe we can take a couple of questions or comments if you have any. You can unmute yourself and ask any question or any comments you have, anything you want to add. Please go ahead. Few devotees are missing today, and a couple of them sent me a message apologizing that they won't be able to, and we understand it's a weekday work day. But anyway, all the fortunate souls who are here, I'm sure we had a nice celebration as best as we could in these situations. We recited Narsim Kavach mantra, we recited Ugram Narsim prayer, and heard wonderful katha. So if no questions, no comments, we can go to Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
छोटा सा एक वैसी बात, दो चीजें वैसे. एक तो जब प्रहलाद महाराज के बारे में टॉकिंग अबाउट कि हाउ ही हैड नो एसोसिएशन नथिंग. एक और छोटा सा अपने क्योंकि तुलसीदास जी की बात कर रहे हैं, साथ में विभीषण जी का वैसे ही आता है बिकॉज ही वाज इन सिमिलर सिचुएशन. दूसरा, अभी अगर इफ टाइम परमिट्स, tomorrow is appearance day of Sri Radharaman Lal, so if we can speak something about that, then we can.
Jai Ho.
It's a Radharaman Lal.
Yes, Babuji.
Bhagavan Radharaman Dev appeared through to Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami. And Gopal Bhatta Goswami used to worship Salagram Shila. He had few Salagram Shila that he had obtained when he went north. And he used to worship. When one day some Sethji or some wealthy person from Delhi came, and he was distributing dress and various ornaments and so on to the temples so that they can dress Krishna in those temples very nicely. So Gopal Bhatt Goswami Maharaj felt in his heart, and oh, I'm serving Shalagramji. If you look at Shalagramji, they are like round in shape. So I'm worshipping Shalagramji. They don't have a beautiful form like, Lalit Tribhangi form. So I'm not able to do a lot of shringar to them, right? So he felt that way. Since he felt that way, Krishna was sitting in his heart. One of the Shalagram Shila from Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami Maharaj's collection turned into Sri Radharamanji the next morning. Actually, it is said that the Radharamanji's Swarup, yes, this is the Swarup of Radharamanji. Radharamanji's Swarup, the lotus feet of Sri Radharamanji is just like the lotus feet of Sri Madan Mohanji, Radha Madan Mohanji. And when Radha Madan Mohanji were carved or created by the sculptor, Krishna's great grandson asked Mother Uttara, who has seen Krishna, that does Madan Mohanji look like Krishna? So he goes, yeah, he looks like Krishna, and his lotus feet are identical with lotus feet of Krishna. So then he made Radha Gopinathji. And when Mother Uttara saw Radha Gopinathji, she said that, oh, he looks like Krishna, but the chest portion of Gopinathji is just like Krishna. And then when he made the Vigraha of Sri Govindji, she said, yeah, Govindji looks like Krishna, but his face is identical face of Krishna. And when Radharaman Dev appeared from Shalagramji, his lotus feet were the lotus feet of Sri Madan Mohanji. His chest was the chest of Sri Gopinathji, and his face is the face of Sri Govindji. So he is 100% identical as to how Krishna, when he was here 500 years ago, 2000 years ago, how he used to look. Mother Uttara had confirmed by looking at the three Swarups. All the Acharyas have confirmed that Sri Radharamanji has the lotus feet of Madan Mohanji, the Vakshasthal or Chhati of Sri Gopinathji, and Mukharvind of Sri Govindji. Therefore, one who has seen Radharamanji and then says he has not seen Krishna is to be considered liar. That is what they say. So a person who has seen or take darshan of Radharamanji, but not taken darshan and says that, oh, I've never seen Krishna in my life, is to be considered a liar because he's already seen Krishna. I want to tell you one thing. This thing always comes to my heart. I have not heard it from anybody, but I dare to share this with you. When you look at Radharamanji, he has a special kind of eyes. And whenever I take Radharamanji's darshan, I have a feeling that the only reason he has decided to keep this kind of eyes, or the devotees have decided to keep this kind of eyes on Radharamanji, is because they want to hide the real face of Krishna. Because anybody who sees the real face of Krishna, I don't think they can handle it. And therefore, because just anybody's eyes, if you just cover their eyes, then their face changes quite a bit. So that is again, I'm sharing my personal thoughts, has no value, zero value, probably. But every time I see Radharamanji, this thing comes in my mind, so I just blurted it out today. And so that is something about Sri Radharaman Lal. One thing I also want to point about Radharaman Lal, look at the way he wears ornaments. This moti, or this is very visible here, the nupur, made out of moti, but that's not sitting on his lotus ankles. You see there is a velvet cloth which is on the ankles, and on the cloth is the moti. So the way the devotees dress Radha Raman Lal, all the ornaments which he is wearing, okay, I think because his body is so soft and it should not hurt him, that is how they have, again, not seen it personally. This is just me looking at Radha Raman Lal. This is just me meditating on Radha Raman Lal. And this is just me thinking about Radha Raman Lal. I've never heard this from any pujaris, but you yourself can check this out. Another thing Radha Raman ji does, he wears same ornaments every day. Very hardly, if you look at 100 pictures of Radha Raman ji, I guarantee you 90 have same ornaments. And they may have different clothes, but here the ornament is a little different. But his earrings, his bajuband, his kada, his janjar, his kandora, everything will be same. I don't know how many sets he has, because I'm sure he's not wearing the same thing every day. But very similar ornaments he wears every day. So these are a few observations of Radha Raman Lal I have. This is called Aulai Darshan. That's all. I think I'll stop here. It's too late. Is that okay, Shyam? Going to?
There was never enough, but that's definitely Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Never enough.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for it's appearance day of Radha Raman ji tomorrow in India. So today it's already started in India. So Shri Shri Radha Raman Dev ki jai, Shri Narsimha Bhagwan ki jai, Prahlad Maharaj ki jai.
The only thing that I want to add for the Radha Raman Lal is simple
Shyam
thing.
Sundar.
That everybody should take darshan of Radha Shyam Sundar, today's darshan of Narsimha Dev. That is amazing.
Yeah, I think you should find it there, Krishna Prabhu. You will find it easily.
Yeah, today's
Just
darshan
type
of Shri Radha Shyam Sundar.
Actually, I got that darshan and I was scared because Radharani is on the side of nursing form of Krishna. So I was not sure I should share it.
But Shri Radha Raman Lal, with the pujari, whatever seva they perform there, so opulent that the ISKCON actually has they learn from seva of Shri Radha Raman Lal and has implemented as a so high standard seva is there at Shri Radha.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. So if no other comments, no other questions, we'll go to the nursing prayer. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, once again. I know it's late for you also there. So thank you for wonderful katha. And Anil Uncle, if you're ready, we can start Narsimha prayer whenever you're ready.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Namaste Narsimhaya Praladadaine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatankan khalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha Bahi Narsimha Hrudaye Narsimha Narsimha Madi Sharanam Prapade Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakham Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhranga Keshavadruta Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jaya Jagadisha Hare
Jaya Narsimha Dev, Jaya Narsimha Dev, Narsimha Dev, Jaya Narsimha Dev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada,
इतना बुरा नहीं है बेटा, it's not
Prabhupada,
bad at all.
Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Narsimha Bhagwan Maharaj ki Jai.
Thank you so much, Uncle. Hari Bol. Thank you so much. Thank you. So thank you so much once again, all the devotees. Hare Krishna, and we will see you again on next Friday. This Friday we don't have the program because of the long weekend, so we'll see you on next Friday. And few devotees are now joining. Anand Prabhu, Hare Krishna, happy Narsimha Chaturdasi.
Happy Very weak.
No problem. Hare Krishna. We are just Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Take care. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.